very interesting topic. So please let others join. Share the link for us to get a lot of people on this platform. Yeah. So how to acquire your visa for US studies. So if you are applying for a US visa as a student, it's called F1 visa. We know we have a lot of visa application, especially for US. So we have the B visa, which is for visits, for those who are going to visit, and the F1 is for students, those who are going to study. And we have J1. J1 are for those who are going to do exchange programs. Yes. But today we are going to talk about student visa, which is the F1. Thank you all for joining. Please share the link. Okay. Thank you all for joining. So, if you are interested in schooling in the US, the main thing is you have to get a school in the US, get an admission. So after you get your admission, you are going to go through a process to acquire your I-20. So let me throw more light on the I-20. So I-20 is a form that you have to get from the school. So after getting admission, the school will send you a message that they want to see your financial statement. You need to sign an affidavit of support. If you have a sponsor, you need to fill certain documents. So after you are able to acquire all these documents, you submit it to the school. The school will take their time to review whether the document they requested are complete before they issue your I-20. So as soon as you get the I-20, you can proceed with your visa application. Yes. So we are going to talk about the steps on how to get your visa. But you know that for US, you go for an interview, in-person interview. So that one, nobody is going to go in for you. As a student, you have to go for the interview yourself. So these are the process involved in acquiring your visa. So after you get your I-20, you are going to proceed on and buy your visa. You pay your visa fee. So the visa fee is mostly paid at GT Bank. Yes, but recently, since the US has updated their system, they have moved from the old service provider to a new one. So right now you can even purchase the visa fee, which is called the MRV online. Yes, using an GT Bank app. But still, you can go to the bank and pay if you don't want to go through that process. So after, the visa fee is around $185. Yes, $185. So depending on our exchange rate, so you know that Ghana, sometimes our currency depreciates and appreciates. So depending on the current exchange rate, you can know the amount that you have to pay in cedis. So in dollars, it's $185. Yes. So you go to GT Bank. All they will ask you is your full name, your telephone number, and your passport number. The passport number, when you look at where your bio data is, you have your passport number on top. So they will request for it. You pay your money and they give you a receipt. Yes. So after you get your receipt, you can come home and you book everything online. So this is how you go through the process. So you have to fill an online form, which is called DS-160. After you buy your MRV or you pay for your visa fee, you fill an online form called the DS-160. So with the DS-160, they want your information, your personal information, the previous work that you did, your work history, your educational background, and they will ask for an information on the I-20, when you are supposed to go to school, when you are supposed to complete school, a lot of questions which you need to answer everything. If you don't know, sometimes they have an option for I don't know, you choose it. But if you know every information, you have to fill it. And make sure that when the information provided on the DS-160, shouldn't contradict with the answers that you are going to provide at the embassy. Especially, they will ask you on the DS-160. They will ask you, do you know anybody in the US, or do you have any relative in the US? And in the DS-160, you say yes, I know someone in the US, or I have a relative in the US. But when you go for the interview session and they ask you, do you know anybody in the US, and you say no, your answer is contradicting with the answer on the DS-160. So they won't give you the visa. It means you are lying. So every information that you are providing on the DS-160 should be the same information. When you get to the embassy, they will ask you, you have to provide the same answer. You shouldn't change anything. So the DS-160, it takes time. You have to know that every information that you are providing is correct. So it takes time. You have to review till everything is okay before you submit. As soon as you submit, you cannot change any information on the DS-160. So if you made a mistake and you submitted the DS-160, it means you have to do a different one. You have to generate another DS-160 code. You fill it again. Okay, so make sure that when you are filling the DS-160, you go through to see everything is correct before you submit. So after you fill the DS-160, you go to the visa portal, US visa portal. Now they have changed it, but it's similar to the old one. There is no problem. But what's going on currently is you cannot access it because they are still working on the portal. So you cannot access everything on the portal now. So I think by the end of this week, we will be able to work on that and do more application. So if maybe you have been able to access it, but we got to some level you couldn't go through, don't worry about it. They are still updating the system, so you relax. Don't go and make any mistake. Just relax. After they finish updating everything, you'll be able to go through with the process. So you go through you go to online. What you're going to do is you put in your information on the visa. They have a website for booking the appointment date. So you put all the information there. They'll ask for your name, your email. Your email should be correct because they are going to send every information that you need through your email. You provide all the information on your I-20 and your passport. Okay, you provide the information on your visa fee receipt. They need the transaction number. So in order to book an appointment, you have to upload your visa fee transaction number. That shows that you have paid your visa fee. So if you are unable to upload that number, it means you cannot book an appointment date. Yes. So immediately you upload, you just continue. You need to move on to the next step where you can reschedule. You can book an appointment date. Normally, when you get to that point, you see that the date is late. Maybe you have to go to school this year, 2024, and sometimes you see the date in 2025. Don't worry about it. What we do here is we monitor the date every time. So what the US Embassy does is they update their system every time. So you can go to where you can schedule the date, but it will be in 2025. But when you keep on monitoring, it takes time. You have to be on the portal 24/7. Yes, even at night you have to be on the portal looking for dates. So when they update the system, they can bring dates in 2024 and you'll be able to schedule a date. So it takes time. It's not one day job. You have to be on the portal frequently. That's how it works. So after you have been able to book an appointment date, then you go ahead and pay your service fee. The service is spelled SEVIS, service fee. If you are going to study in the US as a student, you have to pay your service fee. And this service fee is only paid in the US. Ghana here, we don't have anywhere to pay it unless you generate your coupon and you pay it in the US. So what we do here is we can get you someone who will pay it for you. Or if you trust anybody in the US that the person is really going to pay on your behalf, you can send them money. You generate the coupon on their website. You send the coupon to the person who is going to pay, and the person can pay it at any Western Union branch in the US. Yes, the person can pay it over there for you. So immediately the payment is done, you go to their website and you generate the payment coupon. That's what you are going to take to the embassy for your interview. With the service fee, you can even pay it before you book an appointment date. Or you can book the appointment date and you pay it afterwards. The thing is, when you pay it after, is for your own good, because you don't know exactly when you are getting the date. Okay, because the date is scarce. Getting a favorable date for your interview is scarce. So immediately you are able to book an appointment date, you can pay your service fee. You know when you are going for your interview, so you pay your service fee. Some people would like to pay it before they go book an appointment. But I advise people, if you haven't gotten a date yet, you have to wait. After you get the date, then you consider paying. So as soon as the person pays the amount, it reflects automatically on the website, so you can generate a payment coupon. Okay, so that's how the service fee works. We only pay it in the US, we don't pay it in Ghana here. And make sure when you are sending someone money to pay for you, you trust you trust that the person will pay it on your behalf. And you have to generate their coupon before the payment, and after payment you have to generate the payment coupon. So right now you have already booked an appointment, you have paid your visa fee, you have paid your service fee. These receipts are very important because you are going to take them to the embassy. So if you know that this is the date that you have to go for the interview, normally the time on the appointment date, it doesn't work accordingly when you go to the embassy. It's first come, first serve. So when you are there early, you go for your interview. It doesn't matter the time on the appointment coupon. Okay, so if your appointment date, your time is around 12 and you got there around 9, you can go for the interview when it gets to your time. It doesn't mean you are going to wait till 12. It's first come, first serve. So I encourage my clients, you have to go there early. Even if your time is around 12:01, you go there early. You have your session. If they will give you the visa, they collect your passport and you proceed with the other process. So when the payment and everything is done, you prepare the document for the interview session. So I earlier told you that you pay your visa fee, that receipt you keep it. You fill an online form they call the DS-160. So when you submit, you will generate the confirmation form. The confirmation form will have your picture, your face, and your information, your passport number, where you were born, everything on it, and the DS-160 code. So that form is what you are going to take to the embassy. And when you book an appointment date, you have to make sure that the appointment form the code on it correspond to the code on the DS-160. Because when the DS-160 is different from the appointment form, when you go, they won't be able to retrieve your information. So everything must be accordingly. Like you shouldn't change the DS-160 on when you change it, you fill a new form, a DS-160, you get a new code. You have to update it on your appointment form because they don't want you to contradict. They don't want you to make mistakes in bringing out the forms. Yes, they want to retrieve every information you filled during the DS-160 application. Yeah, so it has the DS-160 code on the appointment form must be the same as the DS-160 barcode on the confirmation form. So you attach the DS-160 confirmation form, you take your visa fee receipt, your service fee coupon, you take the appointment form to the embassy, and you attach other documents as well. You don't have to just go there with these documents. Please kindly share the link for me. So thank you all for joining, and if you just joined, we are talking about how to get your visa at the US Embassy as a student. So please share the link for us, and if you want to contact me, you can call my number 02077333692. You can also WhatsApp my number 02077333692 for more discussion, especially since the US Embassy has changed their service provider to a new one. If you are facing any challenges and you want us to assist you, you can call my number or WhatsApp me. Although we are facing a lot of challenges now, but it will get to a time, let's say by the end of this week, you will know how to go about it. So if you have started anything and you are facing any challenges, please hold on. Don't do anything that will make your portal inactive. So you hold on. By the end of this week, I think there will be more improvement in the system that you can access. Okay, so you need your DS-160 code, form, your appointment form, you need your visa fee receipt, and you need your service fee coupon for the interview. Also, you will need a bank statement. So during the school application, after you get admission, you have to show your bank statement. If you don't have a bank statement, your sponsor, someone who is willing to sponsor you, has to show the bank statement on your behalf. Fill the school's affidavit of support before they give you an I-20. So when you are going for an interview, you have to attach a bank statement as well. If you don't have the money, your sponsor can use his or a bank statement on your behalf. Make sure that you are taking a genuine bank statement for the interview session. Don't take anything fake to the embassy. They might ban you when you use fake documents. So make sure that every document that you are taking to the embassy is genuine. Yes. So the bank statement, some students are lucky enough to get scholarships. So if you are getting a scholarship, even full scholarship, make sure that you attach a bank statement. You shouldn't go there with nothing. Take a bank statement. If you don't have any amount in your bank statement, you can use your sponsor's bank statement. There are a lot of people that make mistakes that even if you are getting a loan, let's say Empower loan, the Empower company has already given you a letter that shows that it's covering every expenses. But when you're going for the interview session, please attach a bank statement, because they might ask you. You never know. So you attach your bank statement or your sponsor's bank statement, and make sure if your sponsor is using a business bank statement, kindly attach the bank confirmation letter too. Yeah, that indicates that the person who is sponsoring you owns that business account. Yeah, and you can attach your sponsor's passport details or Ghana card, any identification card the person is having. You can attach it to the bank statement. Also, you will need your passport. Your passport is very important. You need your passport. You will need a valid one. It shouldn't be an expired passport. It should be a valid one. You need two photo passport pictures. Sorry, you need two passport pictures. And these passport pictures, it's called American size passport pictures with white background. So when you're going for the interview, you can't use the normal passport pictures that we have. You have to attach American size passport pictures. The photographers, they know. So when you get there, you can ask them, I want American size passport pictures, 2 or 3. You take it along. And if you have a scholarship, you can take the scholarship letter. You attach it to your document. If you're with your your school certificate, like your transcript, your degree certificate, if you did diploma, you can attach the diploma transcript and certificate. If you hold any position, you can attach those certificates. If you won an award or you won anything, certificate, you can attach any relevant document that you have. Even your marriage certificate, you can attach it, especially for those who are married, because normally the embassy would like to know your home ties. Okay, so you can say you are married, but what shows that you are married? You can use your marriage certificate as an evidence that you are married. Okay, so you attach every document that you have, every relevant one. They are not going to ask for every document. And even if they ask for it, they just look at it and give it to you back. The bank statement, when they ask for it, after reviewing it, they give it to you back. So they are not going to keep anything of yours. They are not going to keep any document of yours. If they are going to keep something, it's your passport. It's when they tell you that they have approved your visa. That's when they take your passport. And I think for after a week or 2, you can go for your passport with the visa, everything stamped on it. Yeah. So when they collect your bank statement, they collect your certificate. After reviewing, they just hand it over to you. Yeah. So basically, these are the documents the visa officers need during the interview. Yes. So please, if you have any question at all with the new service provider, any question concerning US co-application, you can contact my number, as I said, 02077336692. If you can't call, you can WhatsApp me after this session, and if you have any question, you can ask me and I'll be able to assist you. So going for an interview is a very, let's say, important thing when you want to get a visa to the US. So you have to go there fully prepared. Okay, so supposing you want to find a date close, let's say a favorable one immediately, but we look at your document, you are not ready for the interview. You don't have all the documents that is needed for the interview. You have to wait. You don't need to rush. You have to prepare enough before going for the interview, because getting your visa approved or denied depends on your preparation. And what we do here is we will assist you throughout all the application, all the process. And what we will do later is we will train you. Yes, I will train you one-on-one with all the questions the embassy asks. I will train you how to answer these questions, how to prepare for the interview. That's what we do here. So through all the visa application, I will assist you throughout. So if you need our assistance, you can come to our office. We are located at the Kumasi City Mall, Asqua. So where the escalator is, just the basement. So when you take the escalator, it will bring you straight to our office. That's where we are. If you can't come around, you can call my number 02077336692. So the document for visa application or for the interview session is not many, but really important ones. You have to take everything, every relevant document. Okay, you have to take everything. You have to go there fully prepared. You don't have to go there, they ask you a question, you say yes, no, no. They don't want straightforward answers. So we will train you on how to answer their questions. You have to tell them everything. Sometimes they'll ask you everything about the school. You have to know everything about the school that you are going. And getting a scholarship too is really important. Looking at the trend of the visa approvals, getting a scholarship is really important. Yeah. So even though you have a loan, you can afford your tuition and everything, but getting some sort of scholarship will help you a lot. Okay. And getting a genuine bank statement and everything too is good. It's really good. It will help you a lot. How to express yourself. You don't have to go there and they ask you a question. You just be looking at the visa officer. They will just deny you. Okay. You have to answer the question, express yourself. Self-confidence. You have to have confidence when answering these questions. Otherwise, they will deny you. Because the US, the visa officers, they are looking for just a small mistake that you do to just refuse you. So you shouldn't give them a chance for them to refuse you. So you have to answer everything. You have to know everything about the school. Even if your sponsor, you don't know the sponsor, you have to really tell more about your sponsor, the work the person does, where he stays. If he's in the US, you have to mention it. And I said, when you are filling a form, the DS-160, you shouldn't lie. When you lie and you go there, like you fill the DS-160, you provide the answers, everything. You go there, they ask you about certain questions in the DS-160 and you say a different answer. They are just going to deny you. They will know that you are lying. And sometimes they will ask you your travel history, if you have traveled outside the country before. So, if this question comes up, and you went to Togo. Togo is outside the country. So yes, you have traveled outside the country before. Some people think that going to Togo or the neighboring countries is not outside the country. Please, if you are going to Togo, you are going to Cote d'Ivoire or anything, yes, you have traveled outside the country. And you have to mention those countries. And when you are filling the DS-160, it should come there. You have to say that you have traveled outside the country before. You don't need to lie, because Togo is not US or Canada or UK, so it's not outside the country, it's abroad, please. So these are the documents and how you are going to go about acquiring your visa as a student. First, get a school, provide relevant documents. The school will issue your I-20. So after your I-20, you can proceed with your visa application. You pay your visa fee at GTBank. You pay your service fee in the US. That one, someone is going to assist you. You pay your visa fee in the US and you get the receipt. You fill your DS-160. You sign your I-20. There is a portion that you have to sign. You sign your I-20. You get your DS-160 confirmation form. You submit it. You get it. You get your appointment form too. And you have to book an appointment date, a favorable one for your interview session. You get all the relevant documents, your certificate, your marriage certificate, your transcript and everything. You attach it to these documents mentioned. You get your passport, a valid passport. You get 2 passport pictures with American size, white background. You attach it to these documents. Yeah. If you had a scholarship letter, you attach it. Your admission letter too is needed. The school that gave you admission is needed. You have to attach the documents and you go there, you go to the embassy as early as possible. So if you have your interview around 12, you have to be there like around 9, just to know the area, just to know everything about how the process is going. Because you're going to take a biometrics and other formalities over there, so you have to get there early for your interview session. So if you have any question, you can ask it here, or you can call my number 02077333692, or you can visit our office at the Kumasi City Mall, Aspa. We are just down there at the basement. So when you take the escalator, it will bring you straight to our office. So, madam, are you asking a question? Because I don't get the sentence well. So if you can type it again. So if you have any question, you can ask. So everything I've talked about today is about how to acquire your visa as a student. So your visa as a student is F1 visa, because when you go to the embassy, the visa officer may ask you, what are you here for? So you are here for your F1 visa interview. How do I see you in person for a detailed discussion on visa? So with that, you can come to our office. As I said, we are located at the Kumasi City Mall. If you want to see me one-on-one, you have to be in Kumasi, because that's where I am. You come to the Kumasi City office, Kumasi City Mall. That's where I am. We are just below the basement. You take the escalator, you come straight to our office. So when you come around, you can talk to the front desk attendant that you want to see the US rep. You talk to me directly, or you can call my number. So my number is 02077333692. That's my number. 02077333692. So if you have any question, you can ask. Even concerning the new this thing. Yes, it's correct. Concerning the new service provider, that's up now. So right now you can pay your visa fee online using the GT Bank app, or you can go straight to their office and you make payments over there. The difference is when you pay it online, it reflects the same day. But when you go to their office to make the payment, it takes 24 hours for it to reflect. So that's the difference. So you can go to their office or you can pay it online, depending on how fast you want it. But right now, what I've been seeing is you cannot access the website fully. When you get to a point, they'll tell you it's inactive. Especially those who have already activated their visa portal before the change of the service provider, you cannot fully access it, because they are now updating the system with your old information. So if you are having problems with accessing the new one, you take time, be patient. They are working on it. So I think by the close of this week, we will see more information on that. So please, it's still pending, so you wait. Don't go and make anything, don't change anything, because your system is in the your information is in the system already. When you change things, they will just deactivate your portal. So please, you hold on, they are working on it. Can you assist in all the process, like the application and the rest? Andrew, yes, we assist with the school application, we assist with loan application, and we assist with visa application. But the only thing that we cannot do for you is providing bank statement. Yes, and going for the interview for you. For the interview, you are going it in person, and we don't assist with bank statement. We don't provide that for our clients. So that's the things we cannot do. But if you want us to assist you with school application, we can. If you want us to assist you with the loan application, and with the loan application, it comes with a condition. It's not that you can just apply. You have to meet certain conditions before you can apply for the loan. That one we can assist you. And if you want visa application, we can assist you. Even if you want to go to the US for visits and you want us to assist you with the visa application, we can do that as well. J1, they are going there for a student exchange program. We can assist you with the visa application. So we do everything except providing bank statements and going for the interview on your behalf. That's what we don't do. So if you have any more questions, you can ask, or you can WhatsApp me on 020 7733 692. Okay, so Moses, we don't assist with job application. What we do here is we assist with student application. So if you are interested to study in the US, then we can assist you. But for job, no, we don't do that. Or if you want to visit any of your relative or friend, and your friend has given you an invitation, that one we can assist you with the visa application. But for applying for jobs in the US, no, we don't do that. So Andrew, you contact my number and let's discuss about payment or anything including involving with the application, because the payment, some will be going to the embassy, others to the school and so on. So you contact my number and let's discuss more about it. So for postgraduates, they don't have any age limit, because school, you can go to school at the age of 60. All they want is you get admission, and the document you are submitting or providing for the interview session are genuine. Okay, for master's program, you don't have a problem. You can go at any age. Okay, but for undergraduate program, I will advise you, if you are 30 and over, to go and do undergraduate program in the US. You might get the admissions. The school will give you admission, but getting the visa, that's the problem, because they look at your age. Why are you now going to do undergraduate in the US? So my number is 020 7733 692. 020 7733 692. So yes, with Empower, yes, we do assist with Empower application. It's not a scholarship, it's a loan. And there is a difference between scholarship and loan. Where scholarship is free, you're not going to pay anything. But with the loan, you pay it after you are done with school. But the good thing is they are going to give you 10 years duration to pay. So loan there, you are going to pay. For scholarship, you are not going to pay anything. So we assist with acquiring Empower loan. And I said that one too comes with what? Some conditions that you have to fulfill before you can get the loan. So that one is an application on its own. So please, if you need more information, you can contact me on 020 7733 692. Also, with the bank statement, what minimum amount is required? So with the bank statement, it depends on the amount the school is requesting for. So if your school is requesting for like 30,000 USD, your bank statement must be around, let's say, 32,000 USD. It shouldn't be the exact amount the school is requesting. Although if you have the exact amount the school is requesting, there is no problem. But what they do is, when you submit a a statement which is CD equivalent, they will check the exchange rate. Okay, so you know that Ghana, our exchange rate is something, it's not stable. So I always advise my clients, if the school is requesting for 20,000 USD, you submit a bank statement of 22,000 USD. So when they convert it, there will be some amount on it that will be okay. Okay, so the amount the school is requesting is the amount that you have to show as your bank statement. Okay, yeah. Godiva, sorry for, please, if you have any question you can ask. So you can ask. So I believe I've answered your question. For the bank statement, the school is requesting for 40,000. Make sure you submit a bank statement of, let's say, 41,000 or 42,000 USD. So the statement depends on the amount the school is requesting. And if you have a bank statement that has a lot of money, they don't care. They want a bank statement that will cover all the living expenses and everything. So if your money is more than what the school is requesting, it's a good thing. You can use it for your I-20 and for your visa interview. All they need is more money and a genuine bank statement. So if you just join, we are discussing about how to acquire your visa as a student if you want to study in the US. So we have already discussed all the process involved. So if you have any question concerning the visa application or school application, you can ask. And if you are interested with the Empower, you can ask. Oh no, so these are the countries we assess or we do applications to. We assess with UK, we do UK application. Ireland, Canada, Australia, Germany, and US. These are the countries we work. We do applications to. Other than that, if you want any other country, we cannot assist you unless you're applying to the UK, Canada, Australia, Ireland, Germany, US. Yeah, that one we can assist you. With the Empower, every branch of Asterlings have a different information. Okay, so if the Empower schools, we have some in Canada and we have some in US. That's how it is. The Empower supports schools in Canada and supports schools in US. So there is a slight difference, because if you want to apply for Empower in Canada, the requirement is different from applying for Empower in the US. There are some certain documents the US Empower application requires, and the Canada Empower application requires different documents. So it's not like there is a different information. No, it depends on the country that you are requesting for the loan for. Okay. If you have been banned, okay, so what I'm going to tell you is, Andrew, you send me hi on WhatsApp. I will forward the Canada reps number to you, okay? So that, sorry, the Ireland's rep number to you, so that you talk to him personally. He knows more information about the Ireland application. So if he's going to disturb your application, he will let you know. Yes, we work on New Zealand's application as well. Yes, so if you are interested in going to the New Zealand to study, we can assist you with the application. A friend was asked of his age by the visa officer. He mentioned it, and his visa was denied. Okay, so it depends. So that's why I said, for masters, they don't really have age limits. Yeah, because I have clients who are older but got their visas. So it depends on the visa officer's mood. So with the US visa denial, you cannot tell exactly why they refused people. For that one, you cannot tell the exact reason. Because I had a client who had full scholarship for PhD, and he wasn't that old, but they refused him. Okay, so for US, you cannot tell exactly what they base on to refuse people. They just give you the white sheet with a lot of explanation, which you cannot tell whether this was the mistake you made or that. You just wouldn't know. Please, considering the US schools, how many times applicant can defer his? Okay, so deferring, some of the schools, they will let you know you can defer just for a year. You can defer once. Other schools too, you can defer twice. Okay, so some schools will tell you that, especially those who pay application fees, they will tell you that in the next 2 years, let's say you did an application in 2024, they can tell you that when it gets to 2027, your application fee has expired. So if you do any application after, let's say 2027, it means you are going to pay another application fee. So it means these schools, they will give you 2 years of deferral chances. So after the 2 years, you cannot defer unless you start new applications. Sorry, and some schools will just give you a year. You can defer once. So it depends on the school. So my number is 02077333692. So can I add my Empower? Yes. So the thing is, with the Empower loan, since you cannot afford your tuition fee and other living expenses, that's why you go in for Empower loan. So when you are going for the interview session, you have to attach the Empower letter they will give you, the approval letter they will give you, and your bank statement. Even the small money that you have, if it's your personal bank statement, you can attach it. If you have a sponsor who is willing to give you a bank statement, you attach it and you go for the interview session. Don't just go there with your Empower loan approval letter. No. Please attach a bank statement, because I know a client who went there with the Empower loan. They told him to come for a bank statement. Go in for a bank statement and come back for an interview again. So we always advise clients, please, when you are going, you attach bank statement to your Empower approval letter. I mean Canada, not US. Okay. So please, with the Canada, if you want the Canada reps number, you can send me hi on WhatsApp. You just tell me that you want to talk to the Canada rep. I'll forward a number to you so that you contact her personally. So with the Empower, Canada application is different from US application. There are certain documents you need during when applying for the US Empower application. Michael Nyako, watching you live at Kandish. Thank you for joining. Okay. At what age will you not recommend scholarship? For scholarship, they don't really look at age. Oh. Sometimes they really look at your working experience, the experience that you have in that field. Okay, so they don't really consider that your age. I think your experience and your qualification really matters for this thing, sponsorship. You said sponsorship, not scholarship. Okay. So which sponsorship are you talking about? Are you talking about the Empower or scholarship or anything? Or when going for the interview session, you don't have to attach someone's bank statement. So let me give you more information on this. So let's say you are 40 years, you are going to do master's program in the US. You have, let's say, 10 years working experience. When going for an interview, even if your sponsor has all the money in the world, the person has given you his or her bank statement. At least for 40 years, if you're a man or a woman, they think you are married, you have children. Okay, you have been working for 10 years. So are you trying to tell them that you don't have any money in your account? You too have to attach your bank statement. Attach yours too when going for the interview. Don't just take your sponsor's bank statement for the interview session. They will think that you don't have anything. You just want to run away. When you go to the US, you are not even thinking of Ghana again. So I advise people, if you are that old, you have this working experience, you have been working a lot, you have to attach, you build your accounts gradually. When you are going for the interview session, attach your account to your sponsor's account. Don't just go there with your sponsor's bank statement. Yeah, but if you are like 24, 25, your father and mother are still taking care of you, so they can be the sole sponsor and it wouldn't cause any problem. But if you're old, like 40, 45, don't just use your sponsor's bank statement. Okay, for scholarships, every school has its own requirement. Some schools or some programs, they check your working experience, your degree. Okay, yeah, and other tests that you have written, like the GRE test scores, GMAT test scores, your IELTS, they check all that. And some schools programs, for instance, they would like to interview you one-on-one. So they will do a Zoom meeting, interview you. When you're able to convince them, even your CV, how your CV is, will give you, let's say, they will consider giving you the scholarship. So getting a scholarship from a school depends on you, and it takes a lot. You have to put more, make your everything outstanding. You shouldn't be like a normal application. Everything that you are sending to the school has to be exceptional, so that when they are considering giving people these scholarships, they will choose you. Okay, and they will interview you. You have to convince them before they give you this scholarship, especially those who are going in for the graduate assistantship. Some schools will interview you, look at all the test scores, your degree, your certificate, your transcript, your CV, your working experience, everything, before they can consider giving you that scholarship. Yes, we help those who have completed SHS. So if you want to do your undergraduate in the US, none of your grades should be above C6. Okay, so if you had D7 in the core subjects, any of the core subjects, I would advise you write NOVDEC, so that you can get C6, C5, DA, yeah. But if you had any D in the core subject, please, I would advise you write it, because getting an admission in the US with D in any of the core subjects, it will be very difficult. So if you are planning to do your undergraduate in the US, please, your grades must be good. Please, any more questions? So let me drop my number again. So you can call me or WhatsApp my number, or if you want, you can come to our office any day. We don't work on weekends, but for Monday to Friday we are here. You can come around from 8:30 to 5:30. We are located at the Kumasi City Mall, Asqua, where the escalator is. So when you take the escalator or you take the stairs, it will bring you straight to our office. And my number is 02077333692. So I don't have above C6. I have 3 A's, 3 B's, and 2 C's. Yes, your grades are good. Yes, it's good. So you just contact my number. Let me know the program you are interested in, and we proceed from there. My number again is 02077333692. 02077333692. Call or WhatsApp my number, okay? If you have any question, you can ask over there. Okay, so please, you just contact my number. Let's discuss the payment and everything, including money. Let's discuss it, okay? So if you don't have any question now, I'd like to end this session. So my time is already up. But if you have a question, you can just call me or WhatsApp. Okay, we talked about how to secure your student visa if you want to study in the US, and we have discussed a lot. My time is already up too, so you just call me and let's talk more about your question. So January intake has already started, so don't be late. You can come submit your document and we start the application process. Yes, we have partner schools somewhere, so kindly call my number or WhatsApp me, okay? My session is done for today, so please, next week we'll meet the same time. Please don't delay. You join on time so that you know what we are talking about. Okay, don't come in late and I can't start all over again. So you call me on 02077333692 or WhatsApp me, okay? So bye for now.